Racing News. Once again, we're talking about the attack inside of Russia in Belgorod. I did a story on this. It's going to come out later today, but this will be a double time here. So again, the title of this story is Terrorists Attack Civilians Inside Russia. There is video footage circulating on Twitter. Go and find it. You'll find it. It's not too hard. Just put in the word Belgorod, and boom, it'll pop up with everything you want or don't want to see. Attacks in the Russian city of Belgorod were condemned by the U.S. State Department, even though footage shows that the attackers used U.S. armored vehicles and weapons. And I went and saved a few of the photos. Here you have it. A U.S. military vehicle. I personally don't know the model and such, but that is the consensus. I threw some Z's on there to be undercover, but yeah, that's a U.S. military. There's also Humvees as well. Here's some obviously some ammo, some bazooka rockets, and run Nazis run. Oh yeah. Here's the Humvees. See what I'm talking about? U.S. military vehicles in Russia attacking civilians. And of course, here's the one I posted in the video the other day, or that's still trying to come out on YouTube. And of course, all of this following just previously, not too many days ago, the victory for Russia in Belarus. Sorry, I don't know why. I mean, in Bakhmut. Why don't I say Belarus? But yeah, from just a few days ago, the eastern city of Bakhmut is now known by the Russian name of Artyomivsk, after Russia claimed that it has taken full control of the battleground city. You got to remember, this has been the war. This has been the 15-month war, the biggest battle of our time. And Russia has completely victorious. So onto the story again. Dozens of militants attacked and wounded at least 8 people who appeared to jump out from the trees. Russian security forces responded quickly and said that they eliminated them. The U.S. State Department says that they are not for this, but they will still send the weapons because Ukrainian President Zelensky, dancing stilettos, promised President Biden, Old Man Joe, that they would not attack inside Russia's borders. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said this: "We have made very clear to the Ukrainians that we don't enable or encourage attacks outside Ukrainian borders. But I do think it's important to take a step back and remind everyone and remind the world that, of course, it is Russia that launched this war, not NATO, not USA. So it is up to the Ukraine to decide how they want to conduct their military operations. But it is Russia that has been the aggressor in the war." Are you sure? Did Russia put up missile bases all along the border in Ukraine, along the Russian border? No, that was the U.S. putting all those bases. Did the U.S. install how many, 15, 20 biolabs across Ukraine? Is it USA and Norway who blew up 3 of the 4 pipelines, the Nord Stream pipelines, as a terrorist act? I could go on and on and on. So Kyiv says that they had nothing to do with the attack and that the perpetrators were disgruntled Russians. An anti-government group called Freedom of Russia Legion claimed responsibility. Yes, of course. How do disgruntled Russians get their hands on American weapons? Good question. Speaking of Western weapons, President Biden committed to allowing NATO countries to send Ukraine F-16s. Spain and Portugal have both said they will not do that. Russia destroyed another round of weapons on Tuesday in the Kherson region. President Zelensky returned to Ukraine for the first time since the Moscow bombing on Tuesday. So you got to go back. Biden, there is video footage of it. I'm not going to put it in this video, but it's like, we will not send long-range missiles to Ukraine. We will not send tanks to Ukraine. We will not have U.S. Army personnel in Ukraine. We will not send F-16 fighters to Ukraine. And now all of those have come true. So he's just a lying piece of shit. Irnieracing News, guys.